Hey, what's up you guys? You're watching Team APS. I'm with Alec, and you might remember a couple of months back I made a discussion on LV monsters or level monsters and how I thought that Konami could bring back this dated mechanic kind of into the modern age of Yu-Gi-Oh!
And today we're going to talk about Union monsters.
So what are Union monsters exactly? It's kind of an archaic mechanic, but they are a subtype of monster. They say, slash union, sort of like how we have tuners or whatever. And the concept I think here is they're sort of like these buddies that fight by your side, or maybe you could call them like transform. Like I don't know, what would you say?
I would say I remind like they're mini kinds of Transformers. They're monsters that they kind of team up and buddy up, and they become kind of one monster, but they're two.
Yeah, and so you can equip them to your monster and give it some buffs, but then you can also unequip it and it becomes a fighter on its own, and so that's sort of the concept with them. But to preface this discussion, we have the most recent official text of them, because they haven't been released in a while.
I've got it right over here. It says once per turn, you can either target one monster you control, equip this card to that target, or unequip this card and special summon it in attack position. While equipped by this effect, the monster gains like some effect. A monster can only be equipped with one Union monster at a time. If the equipped monster will be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy this card instead.
So
that's a Union monster.
Yeah, so pretty cool, conceptually pretty cool. It's like, oh, you can equip it, it protects it and gives it some buffs, or you can detach it and it kind of become its own fighter again.
But just reading that, you can feel
the age. Let's go over some of the, sort of weaknesses of this mechanic, because it had potential. It's very much a product of its time.
Oh yeah. I think the first thing we should mention is how slow it is.
Yeah, these things notice in that sort of effect, they can't be you just have to normal summon the thing and then just equip it to the monster. Yeah. They can't be equipped from the hand or the grave.
And that's not even talking about the guy. You have to summon the guy that you want to union it to, and then you have to summon the Union monster. That takes forever.
And then another weakness is they can only equip and unequip once per turn. And not even equip or unequip once per turn. So if you equip it that turn, you can't unequip it the next turn.
No shenanigans.
So see, I thought it would be really cool, if say these things could you could, unequip from one, equip to no. It's very slow and you have to take your time, and that's a big weakness.
You use the union effect, get an effect off or something and break it off and get two attacks, but no, sadly that's not how these things work. They only protect, the only benefit they do is they protect from destruction and nothing else.
Yeah, some have some minor attack point, you get 400 attack or you get piercing. Obviously those were cool effects back in their day,
yeah, big deal.
But only being protected from destruction is not worth it for one card.
Because in a way it's I'm playing two cards, you attack, you still destroy one of my cards. Card advantage wise, it doesn't even make any sense.
So it's a slow and cumbersome mechanic, I would say.
It seems all you that idea is you're just making a bulky monster who needs to take the attack twice to die.
So we also have some notes on some of the the support spells and traps, some of their basic ones. We can just take turns reading them. You got that spell.
Let me oh wow, look, it happened.
You just pinch to zoom.
Alright, so I got combination attack. It is a quick play spell, and it says during a battle phase you can use this effect on one monster that has attacked this turn and is equipped with a Union monster. Change the Union monster back to a monster in face-up attack or defense position. Also, the monster that was equipped with the Union monster may attack again this turn. First off, I like to say I'm happy it's a quick play spell. Quick play spells are never a bad thing unless it's a Union spell.
Yeah, we can already see some, outside of Unions being a very mediocre, that might be flattering. Not a good, mechanic really as it is. The fact that they, you can only use this in the battle phase, and it just lets the monster attack again and unequips the unit.
It doesn't give you a whole lot of options. I feel
you're taking a neg.
I feel this card should have it shouldn't be just in the battle phase. You should be doing whenever you want, so you can get a lot of stuff done.
Now here's their second spell. This one being, okay, Frontline Base, Hotline Bling. Once per turn, you can special summon one level 4 lower union monster from your hand. Obviously very dated support.
Oh, that is a hot card, let me tell you.
Yeah, this is slow.
Whew.
This is really slow.
You can special summon one whole monster a turn?
Yeah, they could have at least add, there's a lot of stuff they could have added to that. That's just not really. And then like 2 traps.
Alright, I got
first
next one. I got Formation Union. Got a cool little picture of Darkblade and Kuryu from Brazil. What was his name?
I didn't know that's what those were.
Select and activate one of the following effects. Equip one Union monster on your side of the field to an appropriate monster on your side of the field as an equipped spell card. Or you can unequip one of your equipped Union monsters and special summon it to your side of the field in attack position.
Wait, so basically it's literally just doing their effect one additional time.
Yes, you need a whole other card.
A whole trap that's slow.
And then like this is only once. So if you have 2 monsters that have Union monsters on them,
yeah, you can't even do both.
Like I think this card will be better if it said that you can do that with all of them once per turn. Just shenanigans with him, done.
The last trap is rollout. Kind of, it's the most recent one and it's easily the best, but still pretty.
That's not saying a whole lot.
Target a Union monster in your grave. Equip that target to a monster you control. That'll be an appropriate target for that Union monster's effect. So you can equip a Union from your grave, and it's a trap. So kind of slow, but like it can be changed.
I mean, back in the day, you would put stuff to the grave anyway. So as far as Union cards like support went, it was.
Yeah. Even at the time, I mean, I feel like this wouldn't have really been great, given that there already weren't.
Yeah, they're pretty underwhelming.
So what can they do to be better? Well, we have some notes.
Oh my god, do we have some notes?
All right, so you can. What do you think? One of your first ones.
All right, so I would kind of like it. I liked it a lot more when I thought, and I was wrong as a kid. I was very wrong that you could equip the Union monsters from hand to the guys on the field, just because. That just felt like
how an equip spell would work.
That just felt like a very basic and not even abusive thing to put in the game.
You're quite right. It really makes you think, especially with. I mean, like even if the graveyard might feel like a stretch, hand makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah, I mean, equip from the graveyard, that would make it nice.
Yeah, I feel like they should be able to equip from the hand or grave. There's just that is like. Staple basic.
It's just fast enough. It's not too fast. It doesn't make them overpowered, but it's just fast enough where you can do combos.
Yeah, get over that whole like this stuff is way too slow problem, because all of this like you gotta summon a monster and summon the Union and then like move the
like let a brother Union first turn.
Yeah, for real.
Like let me just summon, equip.
And this is before we even get into the things we think they should do with their effects. The second thing that I think is multiple ones should be able to be equipable. It's dumb that you can only be equipped with one Union. I know they were afraid of like, oh my god, the overpowered effects might.
Okay, but I want to say like, at first it was usually it was one monster and one other monster. For the ones that are generic, I would say let them equip multiple. But I know for like Darkblade and Kuryu, they were like, this is my guy, this is my dragon.
Yeah, maybe that was the concept.
But then remember, there are generic ones. And for them, I would say go ahead.
I forget all the rules. I say just everything should be like literally the whole you can only equip one Union to one no, just a monster should be able to equip with all of them. I know they were afraid of like the idea of he might have like 3 Unions on him and he's gaining 1,000 extra attack.
Oh my god.
And he can be protected from like protection like
he can do piercing. Twice. This is so game breaking.
But no, they should. That's like a simple one.
Like, also, I want to say. Like better defensive effects, because just protecting off destruction, that's not gonna cut it.
It really doesn't.
I mean, I want to hear something like I can't be targeted.
Yeah, that should be great.
I can't be sent to the graveyard. I mean, okay, none of it has that effect yet, but I would like it.
But you get the vein of what we're saying.
Something just really defensive.
Like something more honestly can't be destroyed by battle.
Yeah, can't be destroyed by card.
You know the ZW Utopia series? Like those ZW equipped.
Oh, the Zexal weapons.
Yeah, the Zexal weapons.
Yeah.
Those like effects, those things are pretty strong. They give a lot of attack, and like they make it like untargetable and like undestroyable, and the thing is, they don't make it where if the monster would be destroyed, they get destroyed. They make it where the monster can't be destroyed.
Yeah, don't mess with him. He's our guy. You don't mess with our guy.
You have to MST the Union, or Twin Twister 2016.
They're not unions, Paul. Don't you say it. Don't you say it.
Yeah, so, that's the type of thing they need to do is like, give powerful blanket protection. It can't just be like, oh, if it would be destroyed, this guy, that doesn't cut it by today's standards.
Let's talk about why has Konami made these monsters that aren't unions but acting like unions? Why do they exist?
Okay, so my thing, because we've had quite a few since Union's sort of downfall. We still have parts like Armory Arm. We still got the whole Dragoonity archetype.
And let me just say, Unity is in the name.
Yeah, Dragoonity.
But no Union, okay.
And we also have like the ZW weapons. And we even have like the Buster Whelps, and that came out this year, and those arguably work the same way. And even we'll say Inzectors count too. So I think it might just be a matter of Konami just doesn't want an extra mechanic to be learned. Like, because it's like one more subtype of...
I mean, it exists. Like, I could understand if they didn't want to make a new one, but it exists.
Yeah, it's a thing.
So use it. Because they're making these cards that can equip, so might as well just make them unions and just get rid of all that extra garbage that limits unions.
And then you can create actually like good union support. Oh, one last thing I didn't mention. These things, please, someone let these things be able to equip and unequip at least like twice per turn. Like I hate that, like the whole like slow part.
Yeah.
I feel like you should be able to like unequip from one and then equip to another. That is not much to ask for. That is not much to ask for.
I can feel the combos. I can feel it when I think about this. I want this.
Honestly, and he said more defensive buffs. I think more offensive buffs would be cool. Bigger attack boost than like 400.
400 attack.
Give them.
He's strong now.
Give them the like Horn of the Phantom Beast effect.
Oh
like
gosh,
like when it destroys a monster at battle, you get to draw.
I have to say no, only because Alex used to beat my ass with that card. So no.
Yeah, that type of thing. It needs like some real potential, or like I don't know, something related to battle that actually like helps.
Yeah, because unions as it stands currently, you can even think of the best union you possibly can. At the end of the day, when you actually union that monster together, it's garbage.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like it's like at the end of the day, you put in all this effort, all this work, and it's just all for what?
I mean,
and great, they could equip from the grave. You said that the other
day.
Yeah,
it would. Well, you brought it first, but if they could equip from the grave, that would be so crazy.
That would be good. Like Gwennifer of the like Noble Knight, she's whichever one she is. She's the one that equips.
Yeah, she's a Noble Arms. That's
Noble Arms.
But yeah,
she can equip from grave. Make them equipable from grave.
So, your opponent deals with your stuff on his turn. You play one monster, and you're like, okay, activate. Just equip 3 of them from the grave. Make a big monster. Just defend yourself real quick. I don't think it's that bad.
I think if they felt like it was really scary, like, okay, so say they added all these other changes, then maybe they didn't want to make it equipable from grave. Make it like if you equip from grave, it's banished when it leaves the field.
Like that. Fair.
So that way you get multiple uses.
And then you equip them from the grave, then you special summon them,
and then you special summon them, and then you can like actually do combos and do things. That's the big gripe I have with them is right now, it's such a slow, molasses, antiquated way of doing things.
I just actually want to bring up VWXYZ.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They remember, like they're not. You only think of them as, oh yeah, they fuse to make the big guys. But the first thing they do is that they union.
Yeah.
And unioning with them is the most pointless thing you could ever do in your life.
Yeah. Do they even give each other effects?
I haven't played them a long time. They should give like an offensive effect, but no defensive effects.
Yeah. That's my overall thing with unions is like there's so many ways they could be caught up. I don't even think it's a matter of giving them spells and traps. Like, because if they just build in better mechanics,
better cards,
multiple unequips, and like being able to equip from hand and grave and actual good effects, then it'd be fine.
Unions could because the union deck I imagine could easily be a competitive deck in the meta game. It's because a lot of that stuff could be really, really good,
really fast, really combo-y. I could see it,
and I think a lot of people would enjoy that. And they are equipped with a spell. They're still spells, so they're not invincible. You can still like chain your twin twisters and knock some stuff off the board. I think it would be better for the game for this old mechanic that is good and dead now. Bring it back.
Pretty much. That really just has to be it. I don't even think they need new spells and traps. I just think they need a change in how they work.
Yeah.
As opposed to, you know, like with my LV discussion, I said that they actually need some better spells and traps. I don't think unions need like better spells and traps. They wouldn't have to even use any if their mechanic just worked.
They just need to be better.
Yeah, they need to be fundamentally better. So, what do you guys think though?
Yeah.
What do you guys think of union monsters? Should they come back? And I think like it's not really a question. If it's dead, it might as well.
Yeah, and who's your favorite union combo? Like,
yeah,
who is it?
I think that there are actually like archetypes nowadays that I feel would make sense in the union. Like imagine like Cosmos and like the ships. That would almost sounds like it should work that way.
Paul, I don't want Cosmo to anymore.
No, yeah, they don't need more support.
I feel very strongly about this.
But you know. Stuff like that. So, what do you guys think Konami should do with unions to make them more viable, make them more powerful? If you'd like to see them back, which I hope you would.
Yeah, I think it'd be funny if someone said, "No more unions.
Yeah,
They're too powerful.
my friend used to beat me with them all the time." Okay.
That would be funny.
So that's our discussion on unions. Let us know what you guys think. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want us to talk about another archaic thing, like say Geminis or Spirits or whatever other stuff that doesn't get supported.
I always like it now, but a white rabbit.
Yeah, which we should talk about that. Let us know, and we will catch you guys in the next video. Subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know what
buy a
way
mat
to end this. Yeah,
buy a mat.
Buy an APS mat.
Do we have a mat? Is there one behind
it? It has that design. That's on that
they
TV.
can't see. How are they gonna see that?
People snoop. So, yeah.
Oh, I guess they.
And check out these people. Woo!
Oh yeah.
So
or chess. I mean TCG player.
Yeah. They're equally good things. So, that is the video. Bye, guys.
Peace.